Yeah, today's one of my favorite days of the year when we get to do Residents Academy and talk about all the things that Public Works does in service to the community. So we had 25 local Bloomington residents that were part of their multi-week course to learn all about the different departments and things the city of Bloomington does. And tonight was Public Works and Bloomington Transit night. So I got to spend some time with my friend John Connell, the transit director, where he talked about all the great things transit does for the community. And then I got to present on all the things the 7 different divisions of Public Works does as part of our public services. Residents Academy to me is kind of the epitome of Bloomington. You've got thoughtful people that want to learn more and to be able to just provide out information on what we do in Public Works is always a pleasure.
Well, it was really surprising to hear how much the Works Department does around the city. Like really, they have their hand in so many different, like radically different things, and it was just so interesting.
In addition, it's something we see every week with the Residents Academy, is just how dedicated the city staff and employees are. And it's really nice to know that there are passionate people who want to make the city and the society and the county even generally better. It's more like, oh, look at all these many, many little things that are happening that an ordinary person may not pay attention to, may not have even noticed. And I think that's how you know the job is being done well, is if you don't notice how the city is functioning. It's such a tragedy in that sense that like a well-run city is just going to be behind the scenes. Again, local government is incredibly important. Local government is the only government that most people will interact with on a micro level. And it's just important for you to see how your city functions.
I would very much recommend the Bloomington Residents Academy, mostly because we have such a broad range of activities that we do, and you can get out of your like tunnel vision like interests, and you can go and actually learn about something that you wouldn't typically look into or be remotely interested in. But it turns into a very interesting time. Like when we looked at the garbage, you wouldn't typically look into garbage unless you have some fascination. But ends up being very interesting.
There's 40 employees, and that's their day-to-day job, and for them it's very important. And you know, it keeps the city functioning and it keeps our streets clean. It's just again, things that you don't think about, they're here, they're happening, and it's very important.
Residents Academy has been one of the best commitments I have made. Learning so much, hanging out with fellow Bloomingtonians, and it's such a cross-section of people that are participating. Everybody asking questions and being involved. It makes you appreciate the city and even just the county as well that we live in. I have recommended this program over and over since my first week in the program to so many people. I'm like, have you heard about the Residents Academy? Let me send you the link for the Residents Academy. Because it involves you a little bit more as a person who lives in Bloomington. It gives you a little bit more insight, and it just makes you feel more included and a little bit more knowledgeable about your home.